Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today, happy Monday Market Watch. We are back again today, guys. We have a lot of really exciting cards listed up for you guys today. I'm going to try not to cover a lot of the same cards that I've covered in the past, so no more super heavy samurai. We already know it's going to be hype, but now we're going to be looking at a lot of the cards that are associated with Pearly, associated with super heavy samurai, and just overall associated with the brand new set coming out in just a week from today. So actually, no, even less time. In 4 days from today, the set will officially drop and become finally TCG legal in Cyberstorm access, guys. Let's go ahead and get right into it. But before we do, guys, two things. Make sure you like, subscribe, and after that, we get on to the first thing before we get into the market watch is that Tyler the Great Warrior, not Tyler the Creator, I keep doing that, but Tyler the Great Warrior promo card has officially sold for $311,000. We did see two bids on there. One was for 1.4 million and the other one for 14 million. Both those were retracted because it was a fake account or whatever it might be, but this is actually pretty cool. 179 bids, $311,000. So I believe if you guys saw the video where I was predicting where I was going to be, not predicting, but going based off of Pokemon and Magic the Gathering, I think this fits right in the middle for one of the most expensive TCG cards ever printed, by far the most expensive Yu-Gi-Oh card ever printed, at least what it's sold for, and that is a amazing day in Yu-Gi-Oh record history. So big shout out to Tyler, who just had, of course, made a huge payday. Good for you, my friend. I'm sure a lot of that is gonna have to go with taxes, but you know, it is what it is. Shipping, handling, and eBay fees, I'm sure they have all their stuff, but we're not here for that, guys. We're here for what is now and what you guys can go ahead and obtain today. So first off, guys, I have Platinum Gadget. Now, honestly, I did not think Super Heavy Samurai was going to be the most expensive deck by far, right? So the core itself coming out of Cyberstorm Access is very affordable. I'm pretty sure you can pick up all the cards for like less than 20 bucks, maybe less than 10 bucks, really. I mean, they're all just a bunch of commons and supers. But my fellow friends, the supporting cast is skyrocketing in price. Not just this card, of course. We have Platinum Gadget that is a whopping $20 a copy right now. One person lucked out, got it for $9.79. Good for you, my friend. But is going at the very least $18.93 for a near mint, any copy really, but they're all just near mints at the moment. So that is something that is going to be something that you gotta go ahead and take advantage of. If you do have any Platinum Gadgets, make sure you move them today or tomorrow, whatever. We gotta make sure we get it done within this week, because I very highly doubt that Platinum Gadget is ever gonna get to this level ever again. I just want to go ahead and take a look at its full history. I mean, it's barely ever been more than $4 or $5, and it just quadrupled in price essentially overnight, over the past 3 days, essentially, after people found out, oh, this card is necessary, which realistically I should have bought it prior to, but it is what it is. Now I have to spend more money. But I mean, it's fine. I like the deck. I like the style it plays. You know what? Let's go ahead and just, I'm gonna figure it out. Next card, we have Ethereon King Regulus. So Regulus, of course, has been a main staple in a lot of popular / competitive decks in the formats, and previously it was very big in ABC, Ethereon ABC. I think it was also used in Sun Avalon with the other Ethereon card, Lily, if I'm not mistaken. Of course, Earth Machines, a lot of things like that, but it hasn't really popped to where it is consistently one of the best cards in the game, or part of one of the best decks in the game either. But as of recent, of course, we have seen that King Regulus has immediate amazing synergy with Super Heavy Samurai, all of them being Earth Machines, and of course that comes with the tax of being a meta deck. So the meta tax is back, guys. It's now creeping to $55, almost $60 a copy, so it's going back up to where it was originally way back when it first came out. It should have been around May last year, but yeah. So of course it's had a little bit of a dip, quite a bit of a dip. Actually, it was down to like $25 a copy. Should have picked it up then. Oh well. Anyway, point is, going around for like 60 bucks a copy right now. Honestly, Regulus is a key essential part of the strategy, so you really cannot afford to not play this card. I will say, if you can find anyone selling it for like 40, maybe 50 bucks. If you guys can go ahead and get it, I'd recommend go ahead and picking it up for that if you are looking to play Super Heavy Samurai. Now, you do not need 3 copies of this card in order to play the deck, which is something that is nice. Of course, it would be more convenient to have all 3 of them, but you do not need it in order for the deck to be fully competitive. You can just as easily put other cards in there. Cards like Jizukiru is another machine you can go ahead and search out as well. There's other things you can go ahead and search out. So just keep that in mind, guys, if you guys are worried about, oh, and now I can't play Super Heavy Samurai because I can't afford a playset of the Regulus. It's okay, guys. Believe me, you guys will be just fine. Next card I want to go ahead and check out for Super Heavy Samurai is not necessarily just for Super Heavy Samurai, but for a lot of Synchro Heavy decks out there, this is a big part of that strategy as well. But Axel Synchro Stardust Dragon came out and very, very well priced at like $18 a copy, $17 a copy. It is now selling for $40 to $45 each. That is quite the increase as well, over doubling in price in the past few weeks, 2 to 3 weeks as well. Again, it's a card that came out very, very recently, not really anything too crazy immediately right off the bat, but in the past 2-3 weeks we have seen, of course, all the combos online. People are understanding that this card is going to be necessary in order for you to go ahead and maximize the potential of your deck, so that is something to go ahead and keep in mind. Also, potentially playing other copies of Stardust Dragon inside your extra deck in order to, again, be able to maximize on this card's true potential. So, another card, again, for Super Heavy Samurai. We're covering a lot of this card as well recently. Sekka's Light. So, Sekka's Light is not going for $10. Let's calm it down, right? But it is going for around $4 to $5 a copy. This is not going to be the most popular tech choice for Super Heavy Samurai, but it is something that you can definitely play. Card is at 1, I believe, so it's not something you're going to need to pick up 3 copies of, but vendors are probably going to try to pick up multiple of these copies. With the hype of Super Heavy Samurai, we may see Konami actually take this off the ban list and give it back to us at full power, so we'll see if that's the case, so we can go ahead and make sure that we plan ahead. Myself, personally, I'm sure I have a copy of the card somewhere, so I'm most likely not going to be investing too much into this card, just because we do not know if this is going to be the correct way to go ahead and play the deck. For other cards that are also seeing a huge increase or bump in price through the new set, we have Rainbow Bridge of Salvation, which is going to be used primarily in Pearly to go ahead and be able to search out your field spell from your deck to your hand. Has great synergy with the ability to be able to go ahead and do so. All you need to do is play 1 brick, of course, the Crystal Beast Cobalt Eagle, in order to go ahead and take full advantage of this card. Now, is this the most consistent way to go ahead and do it? Maybe. I mean, unfortunately, I think for right now it would be. I do not think it's going to be the route in the future. I mean, I've definitely seen plenty of topping lists currently without this card as well, so is it necessary? Not really, but the fact that it has gone up 3 times the price, going for like a 60-cent card to now a $3 to $4 card, huge upside as far as getting this done, guys. So if you guys have this in your bulk or in your trade binder somehow, make sure you offload these ASAP. Next card we're going to be covering, guys, is going to be Perform a PAL 5 Rainbow Magician from Battles of Legend Light's Revenge. So this is a card that I'm sure no one thought was going to be any good, so I'm certain that all of y'all threw this in the trash thinking it was going to be garbage. It was, but as of recent, it has skyrocketed in prices. It's going for $8. That is going for $8 a copy. Whoa. So what does this do? Why is this so expensive now? It was like a 60-70 cent card, and all of a sudden it's skyrocketed to $9 a copy. Primarily, it is because it only has 1 printing, and I guarantee you everyone tossed this card out, shredded it, threw it, ate it. And you remember when people were eating Yu-Gi-Oh cards? That was a weird time. So this card has absolutely skyrocketed in price. I don't even know what the percentage is. It's so high, but that's absolutely crazy, right? So why? Why is this card so good? Why is it being played? Okay, let's go ahead and read the pendulum effect. Each player applies 1 of these effects based on a number of set cards in their spell and trap card zones. If you have 0, all monsters they control cannot attack or activate their effects. So what it is essentially a skill drain that also prevents you from attacking. This absolutely destroys Super Heavy Samurai strategy like this. A blink of an eye and it's absolutely gone. Now, other cards you can play if you're a Super Heavy Samurai player to out this card is potentially some artifact monsters. I'm gonna go ahead and set them face down, or you can go ahead and actually you can't play cards like Arch Phoenix Centric. I'm sure there's some way you can put DD Orthros in there in order to be able to go ahead and pop a spell trap your opponent controls as well. The only issues with those cards is that they do take up your Pendulum slot, and with the new support, you are going to need your Pendulum slots as well. So it does get kind of a little tricky. So if you guys know any type of support, monster support that pops spells, traps, you can go ahead and activate from your hand or whatever it might be as a response. Let us know in the comment section down below so we can go ahead and learn together. So that is going to be huge. Absolutely monster of a card. Also a 12 scale, so you know it goes both ways. It's a very, very good card regardless in the current upcoming format. Let's go ahead and just say current format. I mean, it's going to be releasing in 3 days. Next card. Troll and Lockbird has seen a huge skyrocket in price. It's actually super crazy. So I covered this card, I believe, a week or 2 weeks ago, and remember I said that Techno Master is going to be the most inexpensive copy. It's sitting around $1 a copy per Troll and Lockbird. It has easily gone up to almost $3 a copy for Drone and Lockbird. I mean, this is easily one of the best cards in the format all of a sudden again. I mean, we all know that it does affect Kashtira to some degree. It destroys the Super Heavy Samurai strategy because the reason why Super Heavy Samurai is going to be a really, really good deck and one of the top decks of the format is because it can abuse the wording of old Konami, thinking it was going to be okay to not make searching once per turn with Soul Piercer, because that card can search as many times as you want. All you got to do is just keep special summoning it and getting rid of it, linking it off, synchro summoning with it, whatever you want, and then you go ahead and just go clean off with it and search. You pretty much go full combo and end with 5-6 cards in your hand. So that is absolutely ridiculous. So Drone Lockbird is going to be the immediate counter to that. Of course, it also counters a few other decks in the format as well. I would not say this is going to be a widely played main deck monster, only because, of course, it primarily hits Kashtira and Super Heavy Samurai. So we have to see what the ban list does. First of all, if you guys have not seen my ban list prediction, I'll leave the link to it down below so you guys can go ahead and check it out. But what the ban list does whenever it does come out, also we're gonna have to go ahead and wait and see what the results are from the next upcoming regionals that are gonna be coming out, so we understand how to proceed as far as the hand traps and everything is concerned. Next card we're going to go ahead and check out. So two ones that I found were interesting. First of all, we have Ghost Ogre, which of course is going to be a really, really good card on and off depending on the format, right? This upcoming format, it actually does quite a bit for you. It can hit the Kashtira strategy if you're hitting Kashtira Birth when it activates the effect or things like that. So it has some of applicability in the current format. Upcoming format, it destroys Super Heavy Samurai whenever they want to activate the Prodigy in the Pendulum scale. You just go ahead and activate Ghost Ogre, pop it, good to go from there. Also, the resurgence of the Adventure Engine is kind of there, not really, but a Ghost Ogre is a good way to go ahead and out that nonsense as well. So good way to get around it. And the one card that has absolutely nothing to do with what I've been talking about this entire time is Ally of Justice Cataster. So I'm pretty sure we can go ahead and think Edison format for this, but I just want to go ahead and let you guys know, like, it's been a pretty steep increase over the past 2 days. Past week or so. Let me go ahead and put it a little bit closer. So this was pretty wild. It's like a $15 increase in the past week. So if you guys have any Ally of Justice Catastrophe, congratulations, you just made a bit of a profit on your card. 6 bought for $100. That is actually pretty wild. Okay, no, I completely misread that situation. So it's gone up about, 15 bucks in the last 7 days, but that's just for what was available. Of course, we only have 8 listings left. Lowest at 74, so go ahead and pick that up if you can, but it immediately shoots up to $150 to $200 per copy to over $1,000 to $1,200 a copy. Edison format is really coming into its own as one of the most popular formats in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! So if you guys are interested in maxing out your decks for Edison format, I would highly recommend doing it as soon as possible before people understand that these cards are actually shooting up in price to a point where they really should not be. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below regarding all these cards. Is there a card that I missed? Let me know down below and go ahead and make sure I cover it next Market Watch. But if you guys do enjoy, make sure you leave a like, subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.